Hi everybody, it's Mark from Northeast Bass Fishing, and I want to show you guys today. Um, you guys know that I love to jig fish, and I rarely, if ever anymore, really buy jigs from like say Strike King or Dirty Jigs or whoever. Not that they're not good jigs, they're fine, but I prefer to just make my own because I can do it for less money, and I can make the color combinations I want. So I know I touched on this a little bit in other videos, but I wanted to just show you how you can get the different components and make your own jigs with your the own jig style you prefer and the skirt colors you prefer. So I'm just going to show you how I make one and give you some links to some places where you can get the stuff you need. Now this is just your standard Arky jig. This is a 1/2 ounce and it's a green pumpkin, and I got this from Lure Parts online. It's just a regular Arky jig. And all you need if you want to make jigs yourself is, a pack of jig heads. I don't pour my own jigs. I haven't gotten into that. Maybe someday, but not now. But there's your, skirted, Arky jig with, weedless Arky jig. And that's a 1/2 ounce. You need some skirts, and I just pulled out this watermelon candy because watermelon candy is a color I really like to throw in the summer a lot. And if you want to make a jig, you need the jig head, and you need 2 of these skirt, threads, 2 of them. I always use 2, and that's like a watermelon candy. And what that's from, that's a Skirts Unlimited. And I don't know if I got this from, I think it's fishingskirts.com, or if I got these from the Living Image ones. I don't know if I got this from, I might have gotten this from Lure Parts too, I don't remember, but I'll put the links to all this stuff, at the bottom. But this is your typical, you know, silicone skirts. And you need one of these bands to hold the skirt together. I just happen to have a chartreuse one. I like to kind of put, every now and then I'll put a bright color on there just to give it a little bit of, flash on there that, that you might not have normally. And rattles, sometimes I'll use a chartreuse rattle. This I know I got from Fishing Skirts because they have a lot of different color rattles. These are the bigger rattles that are black. You can just put clear ones on, which I put on sometimes. This is like a dark green, almost maybe a green pumpkin. It doesn't say on there. But that's what you need. And then this is a, if I have any out, I don't think that. This is a, now you don't have to put rattles on. I like rattles on my jigs. You don't have to if you don't want to. But I like these clear rattle holders. Some people call them Mickey Mouse ears. They look like Mickey Mouse kind of. Hold them up. But I like these thicker ones that are clear. They have they make, a lot of companies will make these small ones. To me, they tear a lot easier. Now this will tear eventually, but that'll be good. That means you're probably catching a lot of fish. But these small black ones, they're fine, but they do seem to tear. These are a little tougher, these clear ones, when I can get them. So, if you want to make a jig, get yourself some jig heads, whatever skirt color you like. And I think these, I'm not sure how many are in these packs. I'm not sure if there's like 10 in there, so you can make 5 jigs. But, you need 2 per jig, so get yourself a couple packs for your rattles if you're going to put rattles on. And just one of the bands here for the skirt. And I'll show you how. And you just need one of these little tools. They're very cheap. You can get them from any of those companies that I'll give you links to. So the first thing I do, I'm going to put the chartreuse band on. And all they are is little plastic bands. You can see through there. And what you do is you're just going to run that over this tool. And this is just a skirt making tool. It's got the little hook on there. You just pop it through and just roll it down to the end. And I get it right to the end before I'm ready to go. Now what you do is you take your two skirt threads here. And like I said, that's like a dark watermelon candy, I think. And this is where it's banded together on top here. And what I do is I'll just see how this tool has like a little hook on there. Just hook it through so that your skirt's hanging on there. And then slowly, what you do, and you want to get it in the middle as best you can, is I'm just going to pull it up into the chamber on that tool. And once it's there, then I'm just going to take this band and just pull it over. And I just try to get it, and I'll pull this back down. Once I get it on there, I always want the part that's going on the jig first to be a little longer. So that's not too bad. Now I might just go one, and when you pull these, it's gonna go like turn over. So then now it's on the white side. I'm gonna turn it over one more time, so it's back to chartreuse. So once I got it like that, now I've got a skirt that I can put on my jig. But I've got these two parts at the end that I have to cut off that are holding it together. So what you do is you just line those up, hold them with your finger, just hold them up, and then just snip that off. And I'm going to do it to the other side. Just get those two bands, hold them together, and snip it off. And you can make these as big or as long as you want. So for me, I like to do it like that. A little longer there, a little shorter there, and you're going to go longer side first when you put it over the jig head. So what I do first is I'll take this tool and I kind of comb out this jig skirt, because some of those pieces are still maybe stuck together. Maybe I didn't cut that top part evenly. And just kind of straighten out the pieces if anything's kind of stuck together, because they do kind of get stuck together. And I'll do it with the little side too, just in case. Just give it a couple, not too hard. I don't want to tear it. You make it a little strand, one strand here or there that falls off when you do it, but it's no big deal. So now you've got your skirt all ready to go on your jig head. And you can use any of those bands that colors you want. I've got plenty, bags of different color ones you can use. You can use, black or clear, or I just happen to use the chartreuse because I just have a little color on there with that watermelon candy. It kind of looks neat having that little chartreuse on there. Now, here's your jig head. I'm going to take the long side and just slide it over the hook. And you see how you've got this area here. This is where you want to get the band to, right through here. Because then I've got room here for my rattle skirt, or rattle keepler, I guess you should call it. So I'm just going to take that and kind of go right through the middle. There's times where I've taken that hook and impaled it through that band and kind of messed it up, and I'm going to do it over. Once you get up there, just slowly. I don't want to try to roll over that band, so I want to go easy and just kind of get it over everything. And get it all the way to the top, and then just kind of comb out your skirt again. That's actually not too bad. And then I'll flip it over, make sure everything's straight. Sometimes you got to fan them out a little, but then I want to get it so everything's kind of fanned out along there. Looks pretty good for the first time through. So now you got a jig. Now I'll kind of look here. Sometimes I might snip that down if there's one hanging a little lower than the other, but those look pretty good. I don't really trim a lot off. And it looks like it's pretty fanned out, which looks good. So it's a good looking jig to start. Don't have to do a lot of fixing on there. So I've got that little chartreuse there. Got a watermelon candy skirt, green pumpkin head, 1/2 ounce like I said. Now, you don't have to use rattles. I like them, so I'll use this rattle band here. And that's just going to go over. I'll get my skirt out of the way. I don't want to mess up the skirt, get stuck in the band for the rattle. And I'm just going to take it, put it over the hook, rabbit ears to the back, and then just pop it over like that bait keeper part, and it sits perfectly right in there. See how that looks. And make it straight, make sure it's not off. Now, for this one, let's see, I'll use the chartreuse rattles. You can use any color you want. I don't think it matters. I got one that's tied on now that's got clear ones on. I don't think it matters. But maybe you got little water's a little dingy. That's just a little something else to maybe attract them. So now you've got those little mouse ears that rattle just pops in there. No, I've shown you guys this before. But, if I can get it in there. Usually goes in a little easier. But you don't want to rip it. There you go. So there's one. I'll pop the other one in. Hopefully it'll go in easier than that first one. And hold on a second. So there you got your rattles. And like I said, any color you want, black, clear, red. I use red rattles a lot. You know, if you want to just, you know, if I'm making 3 or 4 jigs with the same skirt, I might put different rattle colors on each of them just to, you know, change it up a little bit. There you go. There's a ½ ounce jig ready to go that if you bought from some big company, it probably cost you $4, $5, $6, maybe more. That with all these parts, you could probably for $6 or $7 probably make 4 or 5 of these. And like I said, then you get to make all the skirt colors that you like the best. It gives you something to do in the wintertime when there's ice on the lake. Make yourself some jigs. But there, ½ ounce jig, ready to fish. Watermelon candy, all ready to go. I got another one that I made the other day, which is the same color. Tied on. This is my Ardent flipping stick and my C-Force reel. Same jig pretty much, but that just has the clear rattles on it. So like I said, any jig head you guys like I have some other ones here. This happens to be an Arky from Lure Parts online, which is my favorite. But this is like a Boss, I think a Boss jig, Boss head from Fishing Skirts online. And they have a lot of great skirts and jig heads and rattles. I usually get my rattles from them. It's another Boss one. This is, I think, a dark green pumpkin one. This is like a Finesse Bill Lowen, I believe is this one. But, you know, I've got, you know, bags of any color you want, you can pretty much get. Like this is the green pumpkin ones that I just showed you guys. I think that's Lure Parts online, yeah. If you can see that label on there. Lure Parts online. This was a 15 count. So, and on Lure Parts online, the more you order, the cheaper they are. This is brown, which is a color I like a lot. That's a ½ ounce brown one. I love a brown jig. That brown and orange skirt. I mean, I just happen to have these ½ ouncers out, so I figure I'll show them to you quick. And that's the pumpkin green. So I could even use this skirt maybe on this pumpkin green one. Just give it a little, because it's pumpkin, it's got that green flake in there. I could use this skirt, you know, with that head, give it a little more color, you know, differences. And that's it. So, you know, it's real simple. Now, for a jig like this, I like to throw, you guys know I've talked about it a lot, I like to throw pork a lot. Most of the year, all the time, usually. But sometimes there are times of the year where I'll throw a plastic trailer. Like you could use this. This is a sleigh cray from Tech Baits, which makes a great jig trailer. Now, I'll rig this up for you. When I rig this up, I usually, as a jig trailer, and if I'm going to flip this bait, I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm going to leave all these segments in here, and this will probably fit my 3 or 4 aught hook real easy. If I'm going to use it as a jig trailer, I don't want it to be too far back from the skirt or from the jig itself, so that they're biting this and I'm not getting any hook into them. What I'll do usually is snip off that top part of the body, right there. And that seems to me to fit perfectly on my jig. So when you do that, just get your skirt out of the way, and then just cinch that through. And I just go right through the middle, right where you see like the orange and that green pumpkin. Right about there. You try to keep it in the middle of the bait as best you can. And then you still got that, even with that rattle on there, there's still that little hook keeper, that little bait keeper that you can push that down, and then it kind of flares those chartreuse rattles out. And right there, you know, pork will dry out on you, so you gotta, you know, I always keep my jig floating in the lake all day. If I'm not using it, it's hanging over the side so it stays wet. If you're gonna throw a soft plastic trailer, you don't have to worry about that. And that's perfect because my hook's there and my bait. I could even take another segment off, but I think I kind of like that look right there. And that combo, you could go and throw anywhere and you'll catch fish. That's just a great jig, trailer combo right there. That watermelon candy, that green, that natural crawl, that green pumpkin with that orange belly, perfect. So there you go. It doesn't get any easier. And what I like about it, as I said, I can make as many jigs for, let's say, 20 bucks. You know, how many jigs are you going to buy in the store, for $20? 3, 4, maybe. And for $20, you can make a lot more jigs than that by getting, the skirts. This is a big pack here. Get the fishing skirts. Get your bands, your skirt bands. Rattles, whatever color you'll like. This just happens to be green. There's so many different choices in colors. Clear white. Black. These are bigger size. These are the magnums. Here's what the white one looks like when you don't have it. Just your white rattle. And a rattle's, you're just your rattle keeper right here. That's all you need. Can't get any simpler than one of these little tools. I think I got this from Lure Parts Online years ago. I got a bunch of them laying around now. This one, it's got another band on there ready to go for something. This is another company's band thing. Make the same way, same idea, but they're all good. Get a couple of them, and you're ready to go. This is a skirt I made the other day. I was reading about night fishing and using the pink and the red and the black and the chartreuse, and I put one of them together. So I haven't fished at night this year, but there you go. So for you guys who like jig fishing, you want to save yourself some money, and it's fun to do. And then when you make your own jig and you go out and catch a fish on it, it's pretty rewarding. So, try it out. Like I said, I'll put the links on the at the end of the video for you, so you can research some of this stuff. But most of the things I get are Lure Parts Online. But if you're in a Bass Pro, they have skirts. Cabela's probably does too. Fishing Skirts Online is one of the best sites for that kind of stuff. But anybody that sells components, I know you can get them from Tackle Warehouse. So wherever you buy, fishing stuff, whether it's online or in a tackle shop, you can usually find these, silicone skirts, and make yourself jigs. This is like how they come in the pack. You just peel them off and go. I like this one kind of fell apart, but it doesn't matter. I'll just put it through the hook on this side. But that's it. It doesn't get any easier than that, guys. So hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about making jigs, just let me know in the comments below. But it's pretty simple. Once you make a couple, you'll get good at it, and it's not hard. It's fun to do. And like I said, it'll give you something to do when for us here in the Northeast in the winters, it'll give us something to do when there's ice on the lake. So that's it for now. Got some videos coming up. Gonna put together one. Was out fishing last week, had a good day fishing, got some pictures and some short videos. I might try to put those all together. I just haven't done it yet. And I want to give you guys a... I know what I want to show you. Before I finish this video, for you guys who live here in the Northeast, I'm in New Jersey, there's a good tackle shop around by me, and it's called... I don't know if you guys can see that clear enough. Garden State Bow and Reel. Now, I'm not a hunter, but I am a fisherman. And Dino has a really nice store. I just stopped there today and got one of these face shields. And I got a couple baits from him. Let me show these guys quick before I log off here. Got some Kitech swim baits. Love black ones. And I got a worm here that I've never used before, believe it or not. I have these in a different style, but I've never used this. This is the Daiwa. SV Concept by Daiwa. It's the Neko Macho worm, which I have never used before. And I guess Yamamoto makes Daiwa's worms for him. And it's almost like it's for Neko fishing, throwing a Neko rig, which I don't really do a lot. It's almost like a fat Ned, really. I think it's a 4.5-inch bait. Yeah, 4.5. So it's a 4.5-inch bait, but it's got some body to it. And I can see that tail flopping around. It'd be pretty good. So I saw him on the shelf there when I stopped stopped in to see Dino today, and I said, let me grab a few of those. So it's a 10-pack. I think they're like $8.50, like Dino shop, like pretty much $8.49 on every website too. But that's the Macho Neko, and that's I think that's a black blue flake. Picked up that. This color, I love this color. I like this color in Yamamoto plastics too. This is that watermelon with the orange and red. I mean, I've always caught lots of fish on this color. This is just a great color. That watermelon, that orange and red, that orange belly. This is killer. And I mean, you can. I'm sure that you could just throw this on any jig head that you want. I'm going to try it on that slider head, like I've been throwing those finesse worms on. You could probably throw it on a Ned head. You know, I would just keep it to the top there because you got a lot of plastic there. You want them to get that hook, but don't bury it too far into the plastic, so you only got a little bit of a hook out. But lots of ways to fish this worm. So you want a little bulkier worm. Got a little meat to it. It's nice. And this is the Neko Macho General's Melon. Pretty nice color. Very nice color. A little chartreuse on the bottom there. What's that little orange flake? A little black flake in there. I don't know if that's a watermelon or a green pumpkin, but it's nice though. That'll be really nice. Very natural looking. I'm looking forward to trying these out. I get out here, out fishing at the end of the week here. And the last one I got was that pumpkin pepper one. Really cool. I'm going to try these out. I'll let you know how I make out on them. But it's a new worm style that I didn't have. Figured I'd try it out. The kind of text I showed you. So, you know, Garden State bow and reel. You guys hunters? It's hunting season. Bow season is upon us soon here. And, you know, he's on Route 23, right in Ogdensburg there. So if you guys are in the area or you're around here or want to go to a tackle shop you've never been to, he's got stocked up pretty good. A lot of things that you don't find other places he got on the shelf, so you can stock up. So just figured I'd show you those quick. Give Dino a little shout out there at Garden State. But that's it, guys. So you know, I hope you enjoyed the jig video. Probably do some more this winter of me making jigs when I'm bored and I'm sitting down here and there's snow on the ground, and I'll make a few more and show them to you. But there you go. 1/2 ounce jig with a trailer with rattles that, you know, if you went and bought it at the store, it probably cost you $5.50 or $6 or whatever. Ridiculous price for jigs nowadays. So, you know, if you like making your own stuff, you know, give it a shot. It's fun to do. So that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time on YouTube. Mark out.